They say pain changes people. But what if it's not meant to break you? What if it's meant to build you? This is the story of Ethan Cole, a 32-year-old musician from Denver, Colorado, a man who had a dream to make music that touched people's hearts. But life had other plans. At 26, Ethan was on top of the world, had a record deal, a loving girlfriend, and a future that looked bright. But then, everything fell apart. One night, while driving home from a small concert, a drunk driver ran a red light. In a single moment, Ethan lost everything: his girlfriend, his left leg, and the dream he'd built his entire life around. The accident didn't just shatter his body, it shattered his soul. Weeks in the hospital, months in silence. He stopped playing music, stopped talking to people, stopped believing in anything. He thought pain had taken everything from him, but the truth was, pain was about to give him something he never had before. One night, Ethan sat alone in his small apartment, staring at his guitar. His prosthetic leg leaned against the chair beside him. He hadn't touched that guitar in over a year. He whispered to himself, "What's the point? Who would ever listen to me now?" Then his eyes landed on a letter. It was from a girl named Sophie, a 14-year-old cancer patient who had heard his old music online. She wrote, "Your song Keep Breathing helped me through chemo. You made me feel like I wasn't alone." Ethan broke down. He realized his pain had silenced him, but somewhere out there, someone was still listening. The next morning, he took his guitar and tried playing again. His hands trembled, his voice cracked, but the sound was raw, broken, and beautiful. He started recording short songs from his living room, songs about loss, pain, and healing. He didn't care if anyone liked him. He just needed to feel again. He posted one song online called "The Fall." It was about how life knocks you down just to teach you how to rise. Within a week, the video had over 500,000 views. People wrote comments like, "Your pain speaks what my heart never could. Thank you for giving words to what I feel." Ethan realized something powerful. His pain was not a curse, it was his voice. He started performing again, not in big arenas, but in hospitals, rehab centers, veteran shelters. Everywhere he went, he met people carrying their own pain. And every time he sang, you could see it in their eyes, that spark of hope returning. It wasn't about fame anymore. It was about connection, healing, purpose. One day, after performing for wounded soldiers, a man in a wheelchair said to him, "You made me believe I'm more than my scars." That night, Ethan cried, because for the first time, he wasn't crying for what he'd lost, he was crying for what he'd found. He finally understood. Pain had taken his leg, but it had given him depth. It had taken his old dream, but given him purpose. Years later, Ethan stood on a small stage in Los Angeles. Thousands of people in the audience held up lights. He looked down at his prosthetic leg, smiled, and said, "I used to think pain ended my story. Now I know. It was just the beginning." He closed his eyes and began to sing not the song he wrote before the accident, but the one his pain helped him right after. As the crowd sang with him, he realized something beautiful. The things that break you can also rebuild you, stronger, kinder, and more alive than ever before. Because pain isn't just suffering, it's transformation. It's the fire that burns away who you were, so you can become who you were meant to be. The hidden power of your pain, it's not about escaping what hurts you. It's about learning what it's trying to teach you. Every scar has a story, and sometimes that story becomes someone else's reason to keep going.